What's up everyone, Matt here from Native Instruments. Today we're checking out what's new in the Kontrol S-Series MK3. If you haven't checked out the Kontrol S-Series MK3, head over to nativeinstruments.com or check out that link in the description. The Kontrol S-Series has been completely redesigned from the ground up. Let's start by checking out the design. The outer casing is a one-piece unibody top shell with no seams anywhere on the front of this keyboard. It's now featuring a high-resolution glass display, which makes browsing through different products a breeze. Controlling plugins, you get this nice, beautiful image with ultimate control and visibility right on the front of the device. All of the knobs are anodized aluminum. These 8 right here are touch sensitive, so when you go to change a parameter, you get to see what's happening before you turn the knob. The 4-way encoder, also anodized aluminum, makes it really easy to browse and select different plugins. The pitch and mod wheel have been completely redesigned, super durable and tactile with a built-in RGB LED right on top. We've also relocated the touch strip above the pitch and mod to make it easier to use while controlling multiple things at once. On top of that, you have onboard control for the touch strip. Just by simply going to the settings, you can assign it different control changes and different MIDI channels right here on the keyboard. The buttons now contain a continuous surface, and we've grouped them all by function to make it easier to navigate. The light guide gives you all the information you need right above the keys. If we have play assist on and we turn on scale mode, the light guide is going to show you exactly which scale you're in. Let's change this to D minor. If you play a wrong key, it's going to show you what the right key is within that scale. We can turn chord mode on. Now we can play a 1-3-5. It lights up and shows you exactly which chord you're playing. Same with the ARP. If we turn the ARP on, you get that instant visual guide right here on the keybed. Another example, I have 40's very own drums loaded. You'll notice in purple here are my patterns. And over here you see the sounds lighting up as I play the patterns. On top of that, it's completely color customizable just by going to the settings. You can turn the light guide on or off, and you can select the color. Kontrol S-Series MK3 has an onboard computer making browsing and navigation super fast. Let's dive in and check that out. The new display makes it so easy to see exactly what you're looking for. Let's sort by brand and go down to Native Instruments. We can sort by product. And within products, you also have types. So maybe we want to select a chord. And then you also have character. To load an instrument, you can use the encoder and push in or hit load up top. The main view of the plugin gives you access to all the important parameters right here at your fingertips. So you have instant control over the plugin. If you want to dive deeper, all you have to do is hit edit. And now the parameters are grouped together. So if you need to access your filters, you can go to the filter tab and you have instant control right here. If you want to go to your effects, hit the effects tab and you can scroll through different pages of effects. That makes it so much easier to find exactly what you're looking for. Kontrol S-Series now features direct integration with Kontakt, Complete Control, NKS partner plugins, and most major DAWs. Let's check them out now. Here we are browsing in Kontakt. Why don't we just go down to Native Instruments. For type, let's go to brass. Now we can browse through different brass presets, or we can browse by product. And let's load an ensemble. Here's our brass ensemble, and you get those nice color match parameters. All the instruments are separated on the light guide so you know what you're playing where. Let's check this out. And what's even cooler is you can stack multis. So we can go to the next slot, go back to our browser, and maybe instead of brass, maybe we want to do some strings. And now we are running a string ensemble and a brass ensemble at the same time. full control over your parameters. Go back to the brass ensemble. NKS brings all your software instruments, effects, loops, and samples into one intuitive workflow, creating seamless integration between NI and other leading developers. It gives you streamlined browsing, consistent tagging, instant sound previews, pre-mapped parameters, smart play features, and more. Let's check out Arturia's CS80. So I'll sort by Arturia, then we'll go down to CS80. I have some favorites set, so I'll just tab over to favorites. Let's load it in. We can go over to our edit tab, and you see you get the direct integration with all the grouped pages. For DAW control, all you have to do is hit that DAW button, and now you can navigate through your tracks using the four-way encoder. You can control the volume, and you can use the knobs below to control the volume, mute, solo, and all your transport controls from play, loop, metronome on and off, automation are all right here on the device. Plus, if you want to get back to controlling your plugin, you can just tab down to the track and you're right back in control. In collaboration with Fitara, we've designed a Polyphonic Aftertouch keybed for the 49, 61, and 88 key of the Kontrol S-Series MK3. Unlike monophonic Aftertouch, where the control change happens to all the keys that are being held down, with Polyphonic Aftertouch, you can apply that control change to individual notes. Let's check it out. Listen to how this chord is under a filter. Now, if I bring in other notes and push down with subtle pressure, it's going to open the filter for just that note. Here's another example with Arturia's CS80. Notice how the vibrato is only affecting the individual notes? For the last example, let's use Fables. What's really cool about Fables is we actually have the ability to control what the Polyphonic Aftertouch affects. So if we go to the settings under Aftertouch, we can change it per layer and you have all these different parameters that it can be mapped to. So under ambient guitar, you can see it's affecting the proximity and the volume. The cello, it's changing the volume, proximity. The pads, it's changing the motion depth. Same thing, proximity and volume. So just to give you an idea, here is the patch. Let's just make it bend the pitch so you can really hear how it's affecting the sound. And that's per note with Polyphonic Aftertouch. So let me give you an example of what you can do with a patch like this. Notice how I'm not lifting my fingers? It's like arpeggiating the parameters. And that's just scratching the surface on Polyphonic Aftertouch. Let's check out connectivity. Kontrol S-Series features USB-C with MIDI 2.0. You also get an additional USB-C power supply port, which you can use to run the keyboard in MIDI mode to control other synthesizers, or if your computer doesn't have USB-C, you'll need to provide extra power by using a USB-C power supply. You also get 4 assignable pedal inputs. You can go to settings, tab over to pedals, and then you can flip through the different pedals and assign different control changes right here on the device. And you get a 5-pin MIDI in and out port. And that's what's new in the Kontrol S-Series MK3. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more, head over to nativeinstruments.com or check out the link in the description below.